Alright, what's up guys? So I'm banging out reviews left and right, and we are even going to take a flight of the Bugs 3 that's been sitting for a while. The battery's charging. I'm going to hook up the goggles and we're going to record the thing. Can't really fly at FPV out in front of my house just because there's so much stuff to hit and I'm not good at it yet. But we will take a flight of it and push it a little bit around the neighborhood and have some fun. But we are finally getting around to the review of the Turbo X. Apparently this is the world's fastest Nano quadcopter. They say excess of 30 miles per hour, and I doubt my GoPro is actually going to be able to see this very well, so hopefully you guys will be able to see some of this video, man. The quad is just so very tiny. It's going to be hard to see, especially in my neighborhood, and it's just kind of been raining, so I don't want to go out to the fields because the fields are going to be all wet, and you know, so we're just going to do it out in front of the house. Same thing with the Bugs. We're going to hit the Bugs out in front of the house, and we still have to do the bear huck. Still got to do that one, but I'm going to take this outside right now. They say this is the fastest. This came out a year ago. So I'm guessing there are quads that are faster than this now. This is just very tiny. You know, when you compare it to something like the MJX X902, which is just small, then this is very tiny. You know, and then Barrel Huck is bigger than the MJX. And they keep going up from there and up from there and up from there and then up from there. So, I mean, yeah, it is what it is. So let's take this little Turbo X outside and see exactly what it can handle. See you guys in a sec. Alrighty guys, this is going to be the flight of the Turbo X, apparently the world's fastest, so they say, nano quad, excess of 30 miles an hour plus. Let me get it bound here. Probably not going to bind until I set it down so the gyros can stabilize. There we go. Okay, like I said, if you guys can't see this, I'm sorry. I'm going to do my best to try to keep it in frame, but it's just so very tiny. This is beginner rates right here. It's pretty manageable for most people in beginner rates. Okay, let's, nice little flip there. Let's go ahead and bump up the rates if I can. If I remember, hold on one sec. Okay, that's rate level 3. It's pretty quick, but I can tell you this right now. It doesn't go no 30 miles an hour. Maybe it's hitting 20. It is very fast. It's got an insane pitch rate. It's very hard to keep orientation of. It's very quick. But do I think it's pushing 30 miles an hour? No. This one's going to come in hot. It is fast though. I could be wrong, guys. It might be hitting those speeds. It's insanely quick. No doubt about it. It's very stable for how fast it is and how tiny too. Wow. Very quick. So, I could be wrong. It may be hitting 30 miles an hour. At some points, once it builds a little speed, it does look like it's getting up there pretty fast. That's full takeoff, and it's cruising, man. It's getting out there quick. Let's bring it back here. Like I said, it's so small, it's hard to keep orientation of. I'm crossing that guy's driveway over there, and I'm just barely able to see it, so full pitch. Bam! It is gone, man. It is a rocket. Way across this driveway over there. You guys probably can't see it. All right, I'm gonna take her down. She's pretty high. Yeah, it's twitchy. So here's the yaw rate, if you guys are wondering. That's the yaw rate in Expert. So they managed to keep it slow enough that it was maneuverable, which is good. That is a good thing. And the flips, still pretty killer. We'll hit one going forward. So it still flips very good while it's moving. Very tight flips, which is a good thing. Like I said, you guys probably couldn't see this just because of how tiny it is. I hope you got some little bit of how crazy it is. We're going to actually snap it back to rate level 2 because it's much more maneuverable. It's much more of a fun flyer in rate level 2. It's rate level 3 is kind of, like I said, once again for a large open field. But 2 is more manageable. It's easier to keep orientation, and it's still pretty darn quick. Surprised at the battery life of this thing. It's pretty wild. So even in rate level 2, guys, it's hauling. Oop, I think that was it for the battery. It just kind of lost power. So very short battery life if you run it hardcore. It's not blinking yet. I don't know, maybe that was the battery. It just kind of lost power and started coming down. Let's see if we can get her up again. Well, it's still up. I don't know. Maybe I just hit it from too extreme of an angle and it finally went down. That's in rate level 2. Yeah, I'm hitting some pretty extreme angles here. See if I can bring her back. It's very easy to lose orientation, that's for sure. Well, it is a good little flyer though. Very zippy. Oh, there we go. See, I touched the ground again. It pitches so hard that it just kind of digs. You got to keep it up off the ground if you don't want it to grab, because that's full throttle trying to keep it up. So, and I'm guessing the battery's probably getting lower, which is making it harder to keep it up. Anyways, let's bring it in here. What do you think, man? It's actually a pretty speedy little devil, man. Surprisingly fast, and it flies pretty good. I may have some fun with this. This may just be a leave it in the car to play with whenever you want to toy here. So that is the Turbo X. I think it's fun. I think it's a blast. I'm definitely going to leave it in my car. It may get to 30 miles an hour. It looks like it's easily hitting 20, little over 20. So I would assume that it probably does go 30 miles an hour. All right, guys, drone worship, and I'm out. Toodaloo!